Hey Pamela, it's Tara. Thank you so much for buying a Pay What You Can reading as part of my birthday weekend of readings. So I'm so excited to read for you. So looking over your question, you said that you're looking to permanently relocate abroad, possibly another country. And you're looking through your company to see if this is possible. And you were wondering if this is like in alignment with your soul's purpose. You know, should you be trying to relocate? Should you be looking abroad? And if it is within your purpose, then how can you make this a reality? How can you move this process along? Okay. So I've already kind of saged my area, and I feel really drawn to bring a purple candle into your reading. So I don't know if that has any significance. But I didn't have candles in my other readings, but I felt really drawn to have a candle in yours. So for this one, I'm using my Tarot del Fuego, which is one of my fave decks, and to me it's a deck of action, and so you're wanting to take some action. And I've already pulled a significator card for you. So I've pulled the Magician, so that's the energy that you're in right now. So you're looking, you told me you're already looking, so you're already looking within your company to see how moving permanently abroad somewhere can be possible. And so you're already in that creator phase. Okay. And I have a few crystals over here. I have just to kind of keep us grounded for right now, I have some petrified wood. I have my amethyst to help us connect to our highest good, our divine energy. And then I have some blue argonite to help us speak our truth. So I thought that might be quite helpful. Okay, so the first card I'm going to be pulling next to your significator is your strengths. So what's already working in your favor with this whole moving abroad thing? Or actually I should backtrack. Because you're wondering if it's like in alignment with your purpose. Although since you're already taking action, I'm already getting the feeling that it already is, since you're already having that drive and that push. But let's go ahead and just, reaffirm. So is moving abroad permanently through Pamela's company in correlation with her highest good, her soul's purpose? Okay. So here we have the Seven of Cups. So a little bit different in this deck. Obviously the artwork's a little bit different because everywhere is fire, so everywhere is this like action. And so we know with Seven of Cups there's a lot of choices, but here I see this fire, like you already know what you want to do. So you have plenty of options, as far as where you can go with your life's purpose, or what's for your highest good or your best good. I'm seeing is it not being very fixed when it comes to, like, for some people they're best when they work this certain career. For some people it's best if they stay in this location. But for you, I see you as having several options. That what you do is very it's not fixed. It's very pliable. It's very malleable. So you have a lot of options available to you. So if you want to move abroad permanently, that's going to be a-okay. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay, and now your strength. So now we're getting to that strength card. So what strengths? What are you already bringing to the table to help this dream become a reality, to move abroad? So what strengths is Pamela bringing to the table already? What are Pamela's strengths to see her dream come true? Make this move a reality. And I'm seeing it taking a little longer to come up with your answers, because I'm thinking that you're very, like, this is like a vision of you, that you're very, you don't like to just rush into things, that you're very methodical and well thought out. And so it is taking a while for the answers to come in. And that's kind of like what your guides are saying. Okay, so you had 2 cards. We'll go ahead and read these 2 cards. These 2 cards then are your strengths. Okay. Woo! You got some strength, girl. So we have the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. So first of all, 3 of Swords. We'll start with this one first. And normally when people get the 3 of Swords, they're like, oh my God, like what? Is something bad gonna happen? So these are your strengths. So your strength is when something seems like, you know, and here you have the 3 swords, like, you know, like too much going on, you know, this is not possible right now, too much blockage. I see you as not accepting that as an answer. One of your strengths is when you see a challenge, that's when like your eyes light up. That's when your soul lights up and you're like full steam ahead. So when you have, you know, obviously already made up your mind that you would love to move abroad and you would like to do so permanently, by being faced with challenge and a block, and possibly people saying maybe not right now for you, that's when you're like, oh yeah, we'll see about that. So that is an awesome strength of yours, is to just, as Star Trek would say, boldly go where no one has gone before. So you don't take no for an answer, and you don't stop when others tell you to. So that's an awesome thing. And then one of your other strengths, here we have the 9 of Wands. You got this like 2-headed guy. He's on this kind of crazy ladder and there's fire everywhere, and all he wants to get is this little cup of water up here. So what I'm seeing for you is you also work really well under duress. So stress, duress, where you've got a lot going on at once. That's kind of when you are really cool, you know, where you're like, okay, it feels like the world's falling around me. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this first, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. And so it's like, you know, you are very good at blocking out those stress receptors that, you know, are rising, and saying, okay, whoa, we'll go with step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So again, you're really strong. You're really good at not taking no for an answer, and being able to work really well under extreme duress, which is really good. I mean, those are fantastic qualities to have, especially if you're trying to make a dream become a reality. Those are like these skills that you're going to want to have. So that's good for you. Okay, so I'm just putting those off to the side. Okay, so next is the challenge. Oops. All my cards fell out. Okay, so the challenge, make sure I didn't lose any. Okay. So what's something that you could face, some sort of challenge, but remember you like challenges, along your way to relocating? Okay, there's your challenge. Ah. Okay, so the challenge being perhaps the people around you, even the people that you work with within your company. In fact, I am seeing like the people within your company, having a set way of doing something. That, by the way, this was the Hierophant. So like, you know, when you're saying you want to do something a little different, like for a lot of people, moving permanently somewhere else, you know, even abroad, is like a huge change for some people. So just by you wanting to do this for yourself kind of freaks other people out, because it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's so different from what I want. And so I say the biggest hurdle for you is not being swayed by the status quo, you know, what's around you. So you have all these people that are like, okay, well, when you work in this company, this is what you do, and this is what you do with your life, and, you know, and people don't make crazy, scary, drastic changes. You know, people don't do this, so that there is a fixed way of doing things and a fixed way of thinking. That's great for safety. But some people, that's suffocating. It's not safe. So for you, that might be more like suffocating, where everything's a little too fixed and a little too safe. So your biggest challenge would be, although yes, you love to run headfirst into naysayers and you work well with stress and having a lot of burdens on your back and things like that. It's really hard to move forward with something when you have almost a whole community behind you telling you what you're doing is insane or wrong or not right, or that's not your best course of action, or, you know, or where you're getting your information from, you know. So yeah, that's gonna be a challenge for you. But remember, at the beginning, you had this 7 of Cups. You have a lot of choices that you can make, and you're gonna do great, you know, in any place that you put yourself. So although this might be really hard, having to justify yourself to those people that you work with or care about, it's a hurdle that you will have to overcome. And once you overcome it, like, the rest of it's just like smooth like butter. You know, it's going to be really easy for you to make that transition. Okay. Next we have the help. So who or what skill could you gain to help you make this move a reality? Okay, we have the Death card. So don't get freaked out. Death in tarot rarely ever means literal death. What this means is transition, transformation. So the help that is coming to you is, if you would like to move abroad, obviously this is something that you want and you want to do it permanently, you're going to have to make changes in your life right now, like how you do things, you know, because how you go about your day and the way you think about doing things is right for where you live right now. But start putting your mindset into the place you want to go. So let's say for me, you know, I live here in the States. I live in California. I love Italy. Like, I love Italy. And I know that someday that's where I'm going to move to permanently. It's not right for me right now, though, however. So my mindset and how I do things now is right for me here in California, in the United States. If I wanted to make a change and I would have to transform myself in order to go to Italy, well, and I'm gonna move there permanently, I gotta start getting rid of some stuff. There are some things that I know I won't be able to take with me. It would be too expensive. My diet's gonna have to change because the way I ate in Italy is so much different than the way I eat here. So I'm gonna change up my diet a little bit. I'm going to have to you know, change up my pace of things. The pace is a little bit different in Italy than it is here. So so what I'm saying for you is to transform into the place that you want to go. So how would you act and how would you be and what would you take in that place that you want to go? So instead of just saying, oh, I want to go abroad, but like, where abroad? You know, you're really methodical. You love to plan stuff out. So I'm pretty sure you know kind of roughly where you want to go. So you know, if you want to go to, I don't know, Australia, where in Australia? Do you want to go to Sydney? You know, do you want to live somewhere more rural? and then start looking into how people live there. What's like, what do people have in their houses? Like, you know, really get to know the culture and the people, and then start transforming your life as if you live there. It's that whole manifestation. Do as if it's already occurred. Make that transformation, girly. Okay, and finally, your outcome card. So, if you take your strengths and you overcome that massive hurdle of everybody telling you that you're a nut bar for thinking about doing what you're going to do, and you start making changes in your life that are more in the flow of where you want to go, this will be the outcome. And then she got the Knight of Cups. And I like that it's a knight, because knight means movement forward. A knight is also at the beginning of something, and not a novice like a page, and not like totally expert, you know, like a king or a queen, because obviously you're not where you want to be at yet. So you're not a novice, because obviously you have a plan, you got the skills, you know what you got to do. And you're not an expert because you're not there yet. So I love that it's a knight, and it's a Knight of Cups, which means emotional fulfillment. So you will finally have that emotional fulfillment of being exactly where you want to be. So I'm seeing a fantastic outcome for you. This is a fantastic reading. Pamela, I hope you enjoyed it, because I really liked it, and I like working with my Tarot del Fuego. So yeah, you have some awesome skills, and I don't see why anything would be holding you back except you. You know, don't let those people talk you down. Don't let those people take you down that crazy street of, what are you doing? People don't do that. Like, are you sure? But you got family here, and you know, all this stuff. Like, you know what you want to do. It's gonna be okay. You gotta just get through that hurdle and start living as if you already live in that place that you want to move to. And that's it for me. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for grabbing the Pay What You Can reading from me. And Pamela, I'm wishing you a wonderful day. And if you dug this, then, you know, let me know. Just give me an email back, and please, I love updates. Update me on the progress, like what's going on, like what came up. I don't care if you email me like a few months from now or a year from now. I love updates. So please don't forget, just update me. I want to stay in the loop. So anyway, I'm wishing you an awesome sauce day, and take care. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.